Hey, welcome to my channel. My friend group recently decided to start a new world on our creative server, and I decided to record the first few hours of that. Here's a little highlight of the things that happened then. I'm gonna follow you.
I'm surveying my lands. The story of this world is that I have like 3 characters that have arrived on this world and are exploring it. And I want to make like capsules or tents that they've set up. They got teleported to this world and got put in random locations.
Oh, dynamite puzzles here.
Yeah, we're just following you. Why are we just following you?
You're watching me being indecisive about what I want to do.
This is the area I'm gonna be building in, east of here.
Yes, got this cherry mountain.
I'm probably gonna
This
tear
valley
down
here.
the Cherry Mountain. It's right where I want to have like a big train station.
I'm taking this spot. I don't know where you guys are, but this is my spot now.
This looks fine. This is my area over here, yeah. So you're just south from me.
I think one of your capsules should probably be next to the two of us.
Or at least close to spawn.
My character has to be woken up somehow.
Probably not going to be one by one of my characters because they're
Name.
exploring this other area. Maybe your character could be woken up by Lord Lore.
Or like
I'm gonna
just
have to make a skin
some
for him as
explorer
well.
from my area.
Some explorer finds an ancient castle and digs too deep, let's say.
Dig too deep, stroke.
Just looking at the multitude of copper blocks.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of new
Oh yes,
blocks.
copper.
Excellent.
I'm here
Yeah,
for some reason.
still Janice, for some reason.
I've decided that my version of Janice is going to be called a Janix.
It's
Like
like
that.
it's like a portmanteau of Janice and Nyx, as in goddess of night. Okay, I'm trying to think of what I want to do, and I'm thinking that Kisolo, wherever he chooses to settle for any amount of time that's not just passing through, he likes to have a little garden of various different kinds of otherworldly plants that he's picked
course.
up on his journey. But what do I want to do like a house as? I mean, I gotta take advantage of the new tuff, right? I'm gonna outline with wool, which is not something I usually do.
One of the first things I'm going to build is a dome. It's the shelter that one of my characters has brought with them. It'll be like one of those things where you like, it's a big shelter, but it's like packed into this tiny space. A tech tent, if you will.
Are you building hippies?
I mean, I do plan to go in a hippie direction, but that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm just building a tent that's not associated with the hippie-ish people. I plan to go for like a cyberpunk theme, but with hippie elements. I'll tell a bit of the world building I'm thinking of. There'll be a civilization of humans that are led by a government of like robots and AI. This town is trying to like reshape the world to be like more earthly or human, pretty much like remove the natural alien landscape. And there are going to be some humans that are against that, become one with the alien world. Welcome
That is a dome.
to my tech tent.
Wow, it's a tech tent. It's my tent now.
Oh my gosh.
What's so?
The
Oh
wind
my
charges.
gosh.
The wind charges.
What about them?
The wind charges.
You can't just say that.
The wind charges.
Are you using wind charges for?
Someone's using wind charges.
It's me. I'm using wind charges.
I'm also using wind charges.
I walked into a forest and a wolf walked up to me. So now I have 2.
That's beautiful. The wolf chose you.
Hello, don't mind me just running through with some dogs.
Hi there. Your home's that way. I just saw them teleport away. Maybe Kisolo is like renovating some old ruins that were here.
Given how close you are to an ancient castle, I wouldn't be surprised. You can literally see both of them in the same render distance.
Ooh, you're planning.
Do I know what I'm planning? No. But I am planning.
A castle, presumably.
Well, presumably.
That makes it sound like you've got some devious scheme planned.
Make a tech chair.
Everything's tech with you.
Make a little tech kitchen.
You saying tech
Lovely.
is gonna drive me insane.
A tech table. This is a lovely tent.
Thank you for refraining yourself. I'm asking myself, what would Kisolo want to live in? And really, the answer to that is, what would I want to
A
live
tech tent.
in? No.
The answer to that one is no.
I mean, kind of close, though. I'm kind of thinking solar punk. I've been feeling solar punk lately.
Ooh. That means
Dynamite puzzle.
it has to go steampunk, since I'm going cyberpunk.
Sorry, I'm doing fantasy right now.
Steampunk goes really well with fantasy.
I can't do steampunk, at least not yet, because my character isn't awake.
Once I get into like the main bulk of my build, it's gonna be like near futuristic urban fantasy.
I do find it kind of interesting that the update we get that adds a bunch of stuff to wolves is the time I decide to stop using my wolf character. It's just lore being made. We can hear the
Lore
lore
sound
being
effects.
made.
Aggressively luring.
Aggressively
I just keep
luring.
smashing there.
We know, we know.
I didn't know.
First lore is finished.
Yay! Forgot.
You forgot? Oh gosh. That jump scared me a bit. Tech shelf.
I hear the words tech shelf.
Yeah. Oh, there's a cylinder, a roof, a building.
Hi.
We've come to investigate your building.
Welcome to my building. Loath as I am to admit it, this is a tech chimney.
So you're making like a solar punk base, and whenever I think of the term solar punk now, I think of Pearlescent Moon saying solar punk in her Australian accent. Solar. Solo. I can't do an Australian accent. Just imagine solar punk being said in an Australian accent. You know what, maybe I should make my other tech tents. There will be 2 other tech tents.
I want to see your first one. Okay, this is a techie tent right here.
It's very techy. You just closed the door in my face.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Lore. A stereo journal. Ah,
Like a
hell
tech
yeah.
tent.
Party at the tech tent. Whoop, whoop. We got space food. Slurp up. It's an ambiguous flavor.
This really does sound like Undertale
Can't
music.
turn it.
Like hopes and dreams in an alternate universe. This ending kind of sounds like Moog City.
It does. Doodle-doo.
Is that Gaster's thing?
Time to make another tech tent.
I'm just gonna watch you. It's really satisfying to watch you build.
What about when I would misplace or break blocks?
Oh, that's the most satisfying part.
You wanna come sit up here with me and just watch him build?
Sure. It's me, Kisol Baron, back with some hot tunes.
Oh.
Play,
The song being
Billboard
named creator is
Billboard
pretty fitting for since I am creating right now.
It's like this is the part when your creation comes to life
Oh my.
and gets out of your control
What?
and kills you.
No! Gotta check on my other tent. Fortunately, I'm out of the range of the music now. Gotta check the other tent!
Let's trash his stuff.
Don't trash my stuff! Uh-huh, I see. Alright, now my return.
Back to it. You won't see them for a while.
What have you guys done?
Nothing.
We're innocent. Completely innocent.
That's us, innocent.
Yeah, okay.
I just saw something die.
Were you responsible for that chicken?
No,
No.
That's a very trustworthy... There's another one.
we're not doing anything.
We would never purposefully try to annoy you.
Where are you?
I turned the chickens
What?
invisible.
Wow. That's villainous. I'm not sure I would want to associate with you anymore.
Well, that's awkward.
No, I'm definitely sure. Okay.
That happened.
Check, please.
Made a bad pun.
The observation platforms have disappeared. Because I was just in the tent.
What? So,
Hi, James.
no, I wasn't here. Ooh, I like I see signs labeling red is
I
keep.
slight-
Red keep, huh?
The Red Keep, huh?
Red keep, huh?
Red Keep. Red Keep.
I don't get what you were trying to say.
Red Keep.
Red keep.
What is in a keep?
Me? I'm in a keep.
Well, what kind of person tends to be in a keep?
Kings. And what are you getting at here?
What would happen if a king fell onto the keep, but like not in a violent way, or even if they took a plane and went to the keep? It was in the sky, but then on the ground.
I have no idea. I am very confused.
What do planes do when they arrive at an airport?
I don't know what you guys are getting at here. I am
Just
very
answer the
confused.
questions.
Answer the question.
They land.
Yes.
Oh.
At the Red Keep, a king is landing. It's a king's landing.
Yes. And
Yes.
Hey, what do kings sit on?
thrones.
What are we doing right now? Actually, no. What's the general hobby, which we all share, which we are all partaking in right now?
I genuinely don't know what's going on right now. It seems to just be tormenting me. It seems to just be you guys tormenting me, but
Answer the question. Which-
games, I guess.
So, games and the thing that kings sit on.
Game of Thrones.
Well, yes. If you combine those words, that it is a Game of Thrones.
I've never watched Game of Thrones. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones.
That's what makes this
Other
whole
than
thing
the
so
name.
fun. But Game of Thrones does have a place called the Red Keep.
Okay.
Alright, that's enough harassment.
Between me saying tech tent nonstop and this Game of Thrones bit, the humor in this session is pretty intense. That doesn't make sense because the Game of Thrones bit doesn't have anything to do with tents. And a third, the tech tent, will be out in the sea somewhere. The thing about the sea is it doesn't have land.
That is generally how it goes, yeah.
That is what a sea is.
I have a joke.
What is it?
Instead of futures tense, we should say tech tense.
Why?
Because tech is in the future.
Tech is now. We have to.
But there's more tech in the future.
That's an assumption.
It's true.
It's unfounded.
I know for sure there will be tech in the future.
What region of the future do you proclaim to know about?
It?
It? What's that
Yeah,
supposed
it.
to mean?
I just know it.
You know that the future will always have tech forever?
Yes. I can't wait to tell that joke when he gets back.
I hope for his sake that he never comes back.
Anything with food.
Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Get ready for this. I have a joke. Instead of saying future tense, you should say tech tense. Uproarious laughter.
You've stunned him.
Stun locked him.
No, just stunned.
I'm pretty stunning, I know.
Yeah, you really are one of a kind.
Not proper's jokes stuns audiences.
Why aren't polished andesite walls a thing?
Wait, what?
Polished andesite walls do not exist.
There's no polished granite and polished diorite either.
That's such a weird disparity.
But there is polished deep slate and polished tough. There's no smooth sandstone walls either. Oh no, it just seems inconsistent.
That's what I'm saying. It's a disparity.
I'm not doing anything suspicious.
Wow, I'm glad my good friend Dynamite Puzzle is not doing anything suspicious whatsoever. I mean, if he were doing something suspicious, I'd probably have to break off my friendship with him forever.
Well, it certainly isn't suspicious to me. I'm watching you. What are you doing over there?
Who are you watching?
Logan. I can see Logan. Flew towards me and then flew away from me. And now I'm
Oh.
suspicious of him. Hi.
I see you've
I
got a
tried the
drone.
copper trapdoors, but honestly the mangrove just still looks better.
Yeah, it looks like one of those drone things.
And also the single color makes it doesn't look great.
But why is there a drone here? Lore-wise.
What did you like to know? I'm not entirely sure. It just kind of felt wrong not building a drone in one of these worlds. Hey, we're all here now.
We have a riven.
A riven?
A riven, yes.
Is that an actual word?
I don't think so. It's my made-up past tense of arrive.
Past tense of the past tense of arrive. Ooh, solar panels.
I just did solar panels because I needed something on the roof.
And solar punk.
Yeah, although I don't think Kisolo would actually need the power from the solar panels. You can do all sorts of magic shit.
Sometimes you just make things that you don't need because you can.
Exactly.
I get it. That's like 90% of what Janice does.
I have evolved to using eggs for terraforming.
Oh dear.
Eggs?
Yeah.
What has the world come to?
Oh, I love how these like plants, they've got water in them too.
I had to keep the coral alive.
I like just imagining that these are just big bowls of rainwater.
They probably do serve to collect rainwater, is what I'm thinking.
That kind of reminds me of that one species from
Scavenger's Rain?
Yeah, Scavenger's Rain.
The whole vibe of my build is inspired by Scavenger's Rain.
I'm glad about that.
And there's also a cyberpunk city in there and ancient ruins. I figure like Seven will probably be like documenting what he finds.
Oh, is Seven a
I
nerd?
think, yeah, Seven's a nerd.
Seven kind of gives me the same vibes as Tails, the fox.
Ooh, got like a wooden replacement for the structure that was here. It's neat.
That's lore, baby.
Delicious.
What was it? What's the term?
Environmental storytelling?
Yeah, environmental storytelling. I mean, that's a pretty good term to describe basically anything we're doing in these worlds.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the great part of Minecraft, you know? Unless we're just building for the sake of building. Now that that's done, we can take a look at the first thing I built. In this world, I'm role-playing as Kisolo the Bard, a guy who could travel across universes and stuff. The first build I made in this world was Kisolo's house, which is what this is. The idea with this build was that it was like a bunch of old ruins that Kisolo built in while he's staying in this universe. And so you've got the tough, kind of mossy, held together with wood stuff, and inside of it you've got the more futuristic jungle oak. I wanted to have a very lush garden starting out. I built this tree, which took some time. You just heard a bee come out. So basically, the deal with the bees, they were not planned originally, but as I built my house, I used beehives as decoration, but just bees that were around started using the beehives and getting into my house, so I decided to make a little space for the bees out here. So yeah, we've got a nice tree with a bench, some various plants, the bees. We've got a bit of ruin right here that fell and was replaced with wood. And inside, we've got Kisolo's house. It's filled with all sorts of odd knickknacks from his adventures across the multiverse, but it's also quite cozy. You've got this cute little kitchen, this dining table, because, you know, he likes to have guests over sometimes. We'll get into it later, but Kisolo tries to sort of forge peace between the universes and, like, ingratiate himself within them so he can better learn about them and better make sure that they don't destroy each other. Having good hospitality is a big part of that, so he has this cozy spot for people to hang out. And going up, this is just kind of a nothing room. This is where I kept the bees before I made the garden. They were tied up to a lead right here. And then at the top is the bedroom. You know, it's a bedroom. There are two things of lore in this house so far, but I am not going to go through them all. I'm not going to read them out. You can pause if you want to check them out. So next up, we have the meeting room, which is at the top of this tower. Basically, Kisolo founded this organization called the Interdimensional Diplomacy Agency, whose job it is to, as it sounds, forge good relations between universes and to just make sure that people don't destroy themselves, because his whole goal is preservation, so he does not want people to fight, because that'll just destroy anything. Anyway, here's the meeting room. You know, this is where he sits. He'll have guests over here. And he's also got this little drink dispenser. It is his belief that a good drink goes a long way in forging bonds between people. We've got a little balcony out here for anyone who can fly arriving, because, you know, it's a multiversal thing. People can fly sometimes. That's expected. Through here, we have the storage area. You know, it's got standard storage stuff, crates, barrels, chests, a little freezing area, cool little garage door, and then this is a little communications room, you know, because out the top, you can kind of see it, is the antenna, so that's used for communicating stuff. And this is the funicular station. It's where guests first arrive through this funicular right here, because this goes right on down the mountain. I haven't built the whole track yet, but that's the lore. We also got this nice little custom tree, not quite as large as the other one, and a bit thinner in leaves, but it's quite nice. This little view of the world. You can kind of see a drone over there. That's Dynamite Puzzle's thing. You'll see, maybe, in a future tour. The other car, the funicular, and then maintenance. And then that's basically the build. I mean, I also did a bunch of terraforming to the area, just to make it look a bit nicer, a bit rougher, but also stable, I guess. All the standard stuff. Rocks, bushes, flowers, just stuff to pretty it up a little bit. So yeah, this is basically the build so far, but you can see over here is where I'm gonna be building mostly. You can see I've got this huge map right here. And that's basically the entire area I will be building in. This house right here has just been the starting area. It's gonna be this whole urban fantasy city sort of thing, and I'm looking forward to working on it because it's actually gonna be a setting that I've had in mind for a while now, but this is the first time I've built anything of it in Minecraft. Otherwise, yeah, that's basically it so far. Thanks for watching. See ya.